everybody. Welcome to the channel.
Howdy.
It's episode 50 of Keep on the Freaking Borderlands.
50?
Episode
century.
50. Yep, we hit the half century mark. It is episode 50, and I am so excited to play. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine, everybody, when I called you up one day in 2021 and said, I want to do like a 20 to 25 episode run of this module. What do you think?
Here we are.
I think you nailed it.
Here we are, nearly 2 years later at episode 50. We've actually, honestly, even though we've been playing every week now since, like, what was it, December or January, which has been really nice. We've kind of basically done the every other week, right? If it's almost 2 years and it's 50 weeks, it's roughly, we played every other week. You know?
Yeah.
You see all the memes out there about, you know, the worst part about D&D is scheduling. I mean,
yeah,
it really is. But we made
Very
it.
true.
Made it to the 50 mark. Everyone, I thank you for playing in this game because oh my goodness, it's been so much fun and there's so much I've been doing a lot of thinking lately because we have obviously the 50th episode, you know, it's a landmark itself, but the game's almost over. I said it last week that this could be the penultimate episode. After just kind of rethinking a bit, it could be 2, could be 3, but we're right here. We're at the end. It's the rising action. I'm excited to see how this ends. I'm a little nervous, I'll be honest with you, to see how it ends. And so that's where our question comes in today. Aside from this game here, what's one of the longest games you've really played? Whether it's video games or board games. I know, you know, sometimes people play these historicals over time. What is the longest game? I think for me, well, 50 episodes seems like a lot, but I played in some long D&D games, but I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily consider them all the same because like different DMs taking over. I know Mike ran a game. For me, it's probably Mike's campaign or the first campaign Mike ran in this game. Mike Putorti, obviously the our player from Wild Beyond the Witchlight, but I don't know. I don't know if there's another one that was like that this regular and continuous, right? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, hard for me to think about all these campaigns, but what about you? Is this one of the longest? Well, actually no, I should know Nate's actually. Nate might have one beat.
Yeah, I was curious about that. I don't know how many episodes we're up to.
Nate, what's your Nate's running a game right now. Do you want to tell us about your game, Nate?
Yeah, we decided to take on the Tyranny of Dragons module. Started very module led and has since morphed into a hefty homebrew module. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I have 5 fantastic players.
When did you start that?
We started
Around the same time. And
Yeah,
the same
Fritz.
awareness.
yeah, I think I picked it was around when we finished Descent.
Yeah.
Right after.
Was that early 2019 or 2020?
No, it was during COVID for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, wait, was it 18?
2020, I think.
I think we started right before COVID hit. Right? Didn't we start in like January?
Well, I can just tell you.
We played in person a bunch.
I can just
Yeah.
tell
It's
you.
been a few years.
We started in what was it, 2019? Descend to Avernus, so it had to be 2020.
Or
But-
okay.
Maybe it's 2020. I don't know. It's been a few years.
Yeah, that's good.
2 or 3.
That's a long campaign. That's three years almost, right? 3 years basically.
Yeah, definitely.
What about you, Chris and Jeff? Any long campaigns?
Yeah, my early 20s, we played a hero system campaign, my friends and I, for at least 3 out of the 4 weekends a month for probably 12 hours every Sunday for about
Oh,
3 years.
Yeah.
So, well, what's the math? 36 hours a month times 36. How many? You know, so it was a lot of time. Yeah.
Yeah. That's another thing too. I mean, obviously we're putting this out there for like viewing and some form of entertainment, I think, at least. And you know, we try to go for like a 2-hour episode. And so that, you know, even though we're playing every week now, it's, you know, when you come to think of the time, like when I was in high school too, high school and college, we played campaigns and we would play all night. Just that's the way it
Yeah.
was. But a different style, different theme for sure.
Yeah,
Jeff?
my longest would have to be a particular AD&D campaign that started when I was like a sophomore in high school and ran until I was about a sophomore in college, so about 4 years. Playing, I would say on average once a week for probably 6 to 8 hours per weekend.
Cool.
And there were times when we played twice a week, and other times when we would play less than once a week because someone else was running a campaign interleaved with that one. The same group of players played every week
Gotcha.
for those 4 years.
See, I think that's the difference
And-
between old school and new school. Like, we would sit down and play marathon sessions every week.
Well, here's what
I think
I'll
that's
do-
also the difference between being 17 and being 57.
exactly.
I would love to do that. I was gonna. It occurred to me to suggest to Bob, not that I would expect it to happen, but just to throw it out there, that when we get around to doing what we think is going to be the last episode, instead of doing it on a weeknight, doing it on like a Saturday afternoon, where we could start at like 4 or 5 o'clock and just go.
It's funny. I was having a conversation
Until we're
with
done.
Tim, I think, right? Tim and John, right?
Yeah, having done one of those like 12-hour sessions for the end of Descent to Avernus, like
Well-
I'm really glad we did it that way.
Well, hold on.
Uh-oh.
This would not be a 7-hour session like Descent to Furnace, because
I was
that
gonna say,
nearly that nearly killed me. So we're not doing that.
Really glad we did it that way. I would never do it again. I'm not
no.
gonna lie.
We are not doing that again. I can guarantee you. I could guarantee you that at least. But if I was talking to John, I think at lunch about this, but we'll chat off stream and see what we can do for the finale, because I want it to be, I don't want to rush a thing. I want it to be exactly the way it's supposed to be, and so maybe having a little bit of a longer sesh would be better. But we'll be in touch,
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
I
be
just
in touch.
hate to see us rushing to get done by 11 o'clock
Oh yeah, no,
on a
that's
weeknight
that's not happening. 100%. That's
on
not
the
happening.
very last night.
I'll take a sick day.
I mean, not only are we invested, but like everyone that's been watching and following along.
Yeah,
that's-
all 8 or 10 people in chat.
all 8 of you guys. Thank
Speaking
you.
of which, big shout out to Greyhawk Exile on YouTube for the donation. Thank you so much.
I was about to get to that. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it. Yeah, Greyhawk. Oh my gosh, $50 super chat said buy drinks.
Holy cow!
Yeah, round for the group, right? So when this is all said and done, we're gonna have a little get together, and the first round is on Greyhawk Exile. Thank you.
My
Appreciate
man.
that.
Wow,
Very nice.
That is awesome.
thank you. That's
Yeah.
great.
I like a round.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. And again, really, we're not doing this to get paid. This is not our jobs. We're just doing this because we're having fun. We enjoy sharing the game with you all. So appreciate all the support. Just watching, right? Just watching and viewing and kind of chatting with us. This stream has been a real special one for me personally and the channel. So enough blubbering. We're gonna get to the game. All right. We're gonna get to the game. I'm gonna cry. But 50 is a real landmark. The other
It's huge.
campaign that went long on the channel was Icewind Dale. That went to 57, and that one, when it ended, it did feel like a little piece of you kind of was gone once it was over. So
I'm gonna
I-
be very sad when Hieronymus and I are no more.
yeah.
I was getting emotional.
I said I wasn't gonna cry.
I'm not gonna cry.
So let's do it, everybody. Let's play. You ready? All right.
No.
Maybe.
I know, right? Now it's
Let's find out. Actually, realistically speaking, I suspect we're not, but
Can we-
that's okay.
Can we talk about candy bars for a while?
like
What? Huh?
charcoal.
Yeah. You don't have any? No. Okay.
No, none of those. None of those talks now.
Guess we might as well play.
Man, good luck, everybody.
We were about to die. Salute you.
So, the last time we played, the group found out quite a few things from Maravek, from Gertrude, and from Xander Cartwright himself. Trying to keep a low profile, the group devised a plan to seek out Maravek. Cockroach delivered a letter to have some sort of meeting with him at noon at the stables. You went to the stables and asked Gertrude basically for her mercy to not turn you in and allow you to stay in the stables so that you could have this meeting with Maravek, because you had the boy Edgar in tow. And Maravek reached back out with a note saying that was a good plan, that he would be there. Once you got to Gertrude's and you hid in the wagons or behind the haystacks, Gertrude was called away, and Maravek came in. Maravek told Barrick and Hieronymus that the boy would be safe with him, and that there was important need for them to get to the caves once more, because Xander Cartwright is on a mission. He has taken the crystal. He's called it the key to everything. He announced to the crowd that was waiting at the gate. He said that he and the Castellan were headed to the caves to rout out some terrible evil, and that the Char Coalition, the group of heroes, are basically the enemy. And at that, you got horses. Maravek arranged for you to get horses. And just after 1 or so in the afternoon, as the sun was bright overhead, you headed off to the caves, perhaps for the last time, trying to chase down Xander's crew. But that's not where this... Yeah, but that's not where this game is going to start.
Oh.
Oh, no.
This game is going to start far back. I'm just bringing up something here, but it's going to start far back. And, Skeggy,
Hey.
can you describe your home as you are a, I guess not a new, but at least you've taken over this role as a politician after your military career has ended. Your son Scory is young, just really became an adult in his 20s. Describe what your workspace, your office might be like as a politician in your home.
Okay. Well, I would imagine in my headcanon, as an older man, Skeggy was involved in the clan politics between the various dwarven clans, and I've always seen his clan, the Troll Slayer clan, named after his grandfather, who was Sverri Troll Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
As sort of a medium-sized clan, not a huge clan, and a relatively new one, only a few generations old. But Skeggy had a respectable military career, and then when he got too old for that, got involved in politics and kind of turned over the military leadership of the clan, of his own clan forces, to his sons. First, Skeffin Gatekeeper, who was killed over 100 years ago before Scory was even born, in a battle in which the clan was coming to the aid of a human barony that basically let Skeffin and his men die, unfortunately. And that kind of was the beginning of Skeggy's reticence in dealing with humans, because he really doesn't have a lot of use for humans. His second son, Svandi, stepped up and took over, as the heir apparent, and took over the military leadership, while Skeggy and his third son, Sverri the Younger, were back and forth between Sverhold and the halls of the Dwarven King, and his Sverri's twin brother, Sten Strongtoe, who would be Skeggy's fourth son, was also like the captain of the clan guard. And his very youngest son, Scory, started out as Skeggy's page, and then as he got a little too old to be a page, he went into the clan guard under his brother Sten. Sverri the Younger, the third son, winds up getting killed on the road by human bandits. Another strike against humanity in Skeggy's mind. And then just 8 years ago. Oh, well, I should say like 10 years ago.
No, we're not 8 years ago. We're actually beyond this.
Okay,
We're actually
sorry, I got carried away.
Yeah. We're
Okay,
beyond this actually. It's about when
So
Scory
we're
Scory was a young man, just really coming of age in his younger
Okay.
20s. Where would you be in your dwarven stronghold?
Okay, so probably if Skeggy was going to be talking to Scory, he would be in his private study, in his chambers in Sverhold, the clan delving,
Mm-hmm.
and it would probably be a pretty modest utilitarian office. It's not a place that anybody goes for ceremonial purposes. It's where he does his own work, and,
Just for work, yeah.
and his communications. And he would definitely meet with his his sons and his close friends there, rather than in any place fancy. So, there's going to be scrolls and books around, and candlelight or whatever, oil lamps, but very simple and utilitarian.
Then that's where this will take place. This encounter.
Okay.
So
Oh,
within
sorry,
your
the-
within your
answer to a short
stronghold,
question.
within Sverhold, and you're there in your office, this utilitarian office that you really only use for business.
Mm-hmm.
Your son requests entrance. He knocks on the whatever door frame you'd have here, and as he comes in, you see that he is. He has a look on his face that you saw maybe a few times when he was younger, although you were so busy with the military and your kind of your position in the Sverhold. But he comes in, and you've seen this look on his face before. This look of he wants something from you, like all children, right? Something from their parents. Father, how are you?
I'm fine, lad. What can I do for you?
Did you hear the human merchants from Brockport? They've arrived.
How did they know? Have they brought anything interesting?
They brought many silks and spices. The standard fare, but I've been in communication with one of them humans, a Talar.
Hey? And what have you been in communication with him about?
He's the youngest of his clan too, just like I am. And well, look, I know that I'm studying to be your page and all, but I don't see why we can't have any sort of business dealings on the side. He has an idea for a mine he wants to open. Needs a few dwarven hands, skilled hands. I was wondering if perhaps we could build some sort of allegiance with the Brockport crew.
Does Skeggy know anything about these people at all?
You do. The human clan, Baron of Oathguard, the one that you had some dealings with back in your past. This is like his area, his region, many years ago, obviously, hundreds of years ago, but it's that sort of region of the world. And so, I don't want to give too much of the backstory here, but basically, yeah, you know this clan, this Talar family, and they are they're cutthroat when it comes to making deals. They always make deals that side on with their family.
Mm-hmm. And what was the name of the Brockport?
Brockport is the town, and the family is the Talar family.
You
see, he's got
Talars?
Yes, he's got some bold ideas, Father. He's even planning on giving me a stake in the mine.
I'm dubious, lad.
No sense in not preparing for the future. One day I'll be old and decrepit.
Oh. Quick question. Is this before or after No, I'm sorry.
It's before his
before
brother's death. Yeah, before
Okay,
the
so only the one brother is dead.
only
at
the
this
one
point.
brother has died at this
Okay.
point. Correct.
All right.
Father, I don't see why this would be a smart business decision. I could show you some of the
It was
math
long-
we have worked out.
It was long before you were born, lad, but you know that this Brockport crew, they're in service to Lysander of Oathguard. And 'twas Lysander's decisions. Well, it's probably not Lysander's, probably
An
the
heir,
current
yeah.
Lysander.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Old Lysander's cowardice that cost your brother his life long before you were born.
They're not related, Father, and it's ancient history at this point.
It's ancient history to them. It's not ancient history to a dwarf. To a dwarf, it's just less than half a life ago.
Sorry, you're not giving me permission to do something.
You're a bright lad, and you've a great future ahead of you. And you've older brothers will be in line before you. So I'll not stop you from making your own way in the world, but I'll caution you to be careful in dealing with the humans because they are short-lived, they're capricious, and they're not known for their honor. Must watch them. You must count every coin. You must watch your back at all times because if they can sell you out, they will.
You can trust me, Father. You know
It's
that
not
I'm...
you I don't trust. It's not you I don't trust, lad. It's them. Don't you trust them either. If you do business with them, that's not acting. That's a real cough.
The plague is coming.
No, it's not here yet. Skeggy's still healthy. You got to watch them close. You got to expect them to double cross you because they will. At the same time, don't you be dishonorable. You carry the clan name with you wherever you go. We'll not have it dragged down over petty vengeance with humans that come and go in the flash of a pan. It's not with great joy I approve this, but I won't stop you if you believe that it's a good choice. I just urge you to take good men with you that you trust, who understand the risks.
I think you'll see the light, Father. This is a sound financial decision. I can be sure of it, and I'm very cautious with my money. I'm only taking mine. I'm not asking you for any piece of silver, but I do appreciate you giving me your precautions. I know you've had some dealings. I think before you go, you'll see this is actually a good thing, and that the humans might be an important ally to our clan.
I've been told that before, lad, and it's cost me dear. I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
He'll give you whatever. I don't know if you had a warm family greeting or anything like that, but he would give whatever it would be, whether it's like a hand to the chest or something like that, and then he would turn about and exit the room. And as you watch your son leave through that door, watching the back of his head as he kind of like goes through the door frame and closes it, the scene changes to the road. You're riding on horseback alongside your crew, the Char Coalition. You've got Karg, Barakelios, Hieronymus Bosch, Eric Lavernus, and the one and only, the Mohag the Great. And the six of you are riding on through the road as this scene plays back in your memory for some reason. All right, so the rest of you, you're headed through the area of the what would be like the last safe part of the road before the Whispering Woods kind of jut down towards the road where you saw those bloated corpses last time you were on the road? As you're riding, I assume that you're going a relatively fast pace. I don't think anybody's, trotting along, I would assume. But is there any conversation, is there any discussion as you're approaching the dangerous parts of the trail? And is there anything you want to do before you reach it?
Well, at this point, we're basically just rushing to try and save the Castellan, I assume, and stop whatever evil plan is about to unfold, right? So we're basically about haste at this point.
Friends, we know he's going to the caves. That smug bastard. But we want to try. He has quite the entourage. We should perhaps. I'm not saying be cautious, but think about how we want to approach this.
We need to find a door to kick in.
I say, we wait until they're in a group, and I fireball them. And then I fireball them again.
I love it. I'm in. Fantastic idea. So I guess we just want to make sure we're riding really hard until we see some dust kicked up.
What? What's wrong with that plan? It's
Could we be
perfect.
sending Cockroach out periodically to scout ahead and report back?
I like that idea. Yeah, so I'll send
Excellent.
him. So I'll send Cockroach up to
Alright.
stay along the tree line and watch them and not get too close so we get shot again.
Great
Oh,
idea, Skeggy.
I meant like send him out a couple of miles ahead of us and loop back and report. And
Yeah.
out and loop back and out and loop back
Arranging.
until we find it. Until we find them.
Right.
So that we don't just come around the corner. And
Are
run
we gonna
right
try to
into
beat them back to the caves?
Brilliant. Oh, Hyro.
Get
Excellent.
back
I
to
was
the
literally
caves
just
first and get the kobolds to maybe help us?
Yeah.
Maybe even the filthy orc bastards?
love it. Love it.
Oh, Hieronymus, you always have the good plans. You're so
Maybe-
smart.
And maybe when we're done with Xander and his crew, we'll finish off the orcs and then the kobolds?
I mean,
And
how
then
many
maybe all the
fireballs you
people in
got
the
there?
keep.
All
Many
in,
as it
aren't
takes.
All the bad guys. I mean, all the bad guys in the keep. That's what I meant.
All right. We are something about the Castellan, right? Sorry, sometimes I hear silence and just fill the space, but we should make sure we're trying to save her, right? That's
Yeah, she's probably, in her weakness, has been overcome by Xander's power.
yeah.
She's the only hope you lot have of not being fugitives.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Just saying.
Oh, that's
good
pretty
point.
good thinking.
although, does Marivac take over if she's out? Like,
Hey, can't
that
Marivac
could
go?
also work. Just saying.
Or again, we could just kill everyone who
Maybe
doesn't like
The
us.
steward of the keep.
Excellent. Yes, stewards are strong. Very strong.
I don't think the Castellan is like a hereditary position. It's not what I read.
Hereditary?
I don't think
You mean like?
Castellan and
passed
Marivac are
down?
related, are they?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Well,
No.
Maravek is an elf,
Yeah.
and the Castellan is human.
No, but you're saying previous Castellans we have, right? Like Zelgar and Rogan.
Oh yeah, no.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
You know
we-
history.
Yeah, yeah. The
Darn.
Castellan. Yeah, the Castellan
Oh.
position is not. It's not like a.
It's appointed
Yeah, it's appointed. Yeah,
by someone far away.
yeah, by people in the south, the government to the south.
So,
finding
I'm
notes
just
I
saying
forgot
that
I had.
if it shows up and it's just Xander and Maravek talking to the crowd to determine everyone's fate, that could go any way.
Yeah. No, you're right. I was just,
Mhm.
yeah, just making a joke. I am super down to catch them. Let's do this. I don't think I have anything to do.
Hieronymus, you are going to send Cockroach up in the sky?
Yes. Yes.
Give me a perception check from Cockroach's sight.
I'm gonna roll a perception check. I don't know what his bonus is. So here's a 20-sided die for you. Ooh.
It's gonna have advantage, right, on sight? Is that the advantage roll?
Yes, in fact, I think it does.
I believe it's a +3.
And I just managed to roll a 5 again.
Okay. Cockroach will fly out ahead. Are you suggesting the cockroach flies along the road, or is there
In
a route?
between the road and the woods on, the side of the keep.
Gotcha. Just at the tree line of the
Yeah.
of the road or the
Right.
the forest.
I mean, how close is the road to the tree line? Is there a way that we could follow the tree line instead of the road and beat them to the keep?
You would probably
Other
get
the
the sense. You'd probably get the sense that, depending on how it all depends on how fast they're going, but they have a pretty good head start on you.
Yeah.
They left at, I believe it was 8 or 9 in the morning.
Right.
You left at about 1 p.m.
Yeah. So at this point, really, sending Cockroach ahead he's gonna be. We're not gonna get that much useful info except for where. Anyways, yeah. So Cockroach is gonna just kind of locate them, keep an eye on them, so we have some kind of idea of where they are. Because, yes, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So he's gonna fly out. He's gonna be gone for a decent amount of time. You're not having any telepathic link with him, but you will know that he's either alive or been dismissed. So we're gonna let that go for a minute. In the meantime, as you're continuing along the road, you get to the area where the Whispering Wood kind of juts down. You see the bloated corpses and things like that, and eventually you get to a part beyond that where the river, the Goblin Water River, and the Whispering Woods kind of get as close as they do to the road. And you get past that, and maybe about a mile or so away from there, you can see what clearly looks like the scene of a battle. There are a number of horses on the floor. There are on the ground, littering the ground. There's about 5 horses down. Perhaps even pieces, not bodies, pieces of bodies scattered around, like literally limbs, hands, severed head. And there's marks on the ground all over, like some massive chaotic battle had happened. This is just about a mile away from the Goblin Water River. No sign of Cockroach. Cockroach has not come back yet. What do you
I
do?
want to investigate a body to see how recent it was.
Yeah. Let's see what's up.
Give me a medicine check, Nate.
Let's do it. Hot 22.
Very recent. These bodies were from this morning.
Warm and wet.
Warm.
Dip my finger in some blood and smell it.
Lick
I'll
it.
I'll investigate their origins. Who are they?
Survival check, or you want to insight?
Insight or
Close.
investigate?
You could do investigate if you wanted to see, like, perhaps.
Like markings. Oh my god! This is how it's gonna be, huh?
An 8, natural 1. I mean, it's pretty clear though that there are some things that you wouldn't even need a check to know. You can see a shield on the floor, one of the items that's been cast about. There's plenty of other things like packs, weapons, littering this battlefield. And the road basically became a battlefield, and the road itself is all scarred up and marked. Pools of blood everywhere. But there's a shield that's lying in debris. You lift up the shield, Hieronymus, and it is the shield worn by the Castellan. It has the symbol of the colors of the keep, the yellow and brown, and also has the rook insignia that she carries.
Interesting.
Do we see her body, or do we recognize any of the bodies?
I'll be honest with you, even with your 22 medicine check, Nate, the bodies you see here are so horribly disfigured
Yikes.
that you wouldn't be able to even tell. There's so few body parts. There's not one whole body left.
So, is there any evidence that anything was dragged away?
Give me a survival check. I would love to tell you some stuff.
Wow.
Okay.
Why did she drop her shield?
Maybe she's running.
Is it a +2 shield?
11.
It's actually not magical.
Ah.
But an 11 survival check. There are so many booted footprints, horse hooves, and there's some sort of large scratch marks all over the floor. I mean, it's almost like this whole area where the fight happened. There are these scratch marks on almost every part of the floor at this point, every part of the ground at this point, digging up parts of the road.
Like something was
Can we
digging into the ground on purpose, or just like some big beast pushing and
There's no
and moving
digging.
around?
Yeah, no digging. Just legs, perhaps.
okay.
Yeah.
Do I think I know what did that? Like, based on the dreams I've had, and
I would say you'd think it's something from a dream. It's not necessarily a creature you recognize, though.
Looking at one of these scratch marks, is it multiple parallel claws?
With the survival check of an 11, I don't think you could tell that.
Okay.
Mohag will break the silence here as everybody's just kind of like quietly milling about the battlefield. Says, "Are we just going to assume that those people who left from the keep killed whatever was attacking them?"
And then we all look warily at the horizon in every direction.
yeah, I mean, we don't see a body of anything, right?
Just
So-
pieces of body, yeah.
So,
Any
Mohag.
sign of movement?
we want to keep our guard up. I'm happy to lead us into whatever is ahead. Perhaps I should
As
be
well,
armored.
as the leader, I've been meaning to give you this for a little while. We talked about it. I'm getting a little greedy. Here, you take this. I'm going to take this Castellan shield.
Yes, those colors fit you. They match your eyes. But thank you, friend.
I don't know. Maybe one day I don't know. I like this shield pretty good.
So you have the Castellan's shield, and you gave the +1 shield to Barrack?
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay. Did we ever talk about what the design of that shield was? I forget if you had made a decision. Did we say stag or no? I forget.
Wait,
I definitely don't remember that I had a choice.
Well, when you picked up, that's the one that had the what is it, goblin nip in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I allowed you to, when you lifted it over, you saw the insignia, and there wasn't any of the special design, so I said you can pick something. But if you don't have something, it's not a big deal.
No, I do. I mean, it was definitely a penguin.
A penguin, okay.
That figures.
that's
How about it is some sort of bird, but Karg
That's very
interprets it as a
sun-goddy.
penguin. It's got wings, and you were like, oh, it's a penguin.
You've never actually seen a penguin.
No, meanwhile, it's probably something else. Something,
It's
you
like-
know,
Love,
it's like a hawk
love
or
it.
something. Yeah,
It's a loon.
it's a loon.
Guard, this is clearly an ostrich.
The
You'll-
mighty penguins.
An ostrich? Are those
Actually, wait, no, I know nature.
chocobos? What's an ostrich?
a
This is,
macaw. It's a macaw.
It's a macaw, of course.
Those.
I think it's a kookaburra lot.
Why do I do this? Why do I do this?
You brought this upon yourself.
I
Barrack
did.
feels beefy.
Had to offer. Could have just said it's got a castle in the tree.
Yeah, I know, right?
I
Okay.
couldn't pass up that opportunity.
So this avian shaped insignia on this shield, Barrack, you now are holding this armor.
Yeah, I call it Gwynny.
Gwynny. There you go.
And I'm feeling beefy with my +1 plate. Hyperlight in my hand and Gwynny in my other hand.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Ready for Xander.
You are
Yeah.
all our eggs in one basket, baby.
Oh, I think we've got a hefty fiery egg in that basket.
Hefty eggs. Hefty eggs.
You're all golden eggs.
There you go. There you go.
Wow.
I don't have any eggs, but I
I'm
got a
climbing a
jawbone.
tree. That's all I'm saying. I'm running right up the tree.
I don't
with
know how
that
to
rope.
handle a compliment. I don't know.
I just need to know who's the
Pressure.
goose. That's what I need to know. Who's the goose laying these eggs? That's what I need to know.
That one's a silly goose.
All the golden eggs come from the game master. So
There you go. I'll take it.
you
I'll
must
be the goose.
goose.
I'll be the goose.
So
So,
Gary Gygax.
so Mohag. He's gonna look. He's gonna start walking. He's gonna start walking towards the tree line, and he says, "Hey, anybody else see this?" And he points towards the floor. And anyone that wants to walk towards the tree line can look and see. I'm just
I would
describing.
love to see what Mohawk's pointing out.
Okay, so Eric, you kind of walk alongside Mohag, and you can see on the ground, it looks like the ground is almost moving through the blades of grass, through the patches of dirt. You can see tiny, maybe the smallest you've seen yet, little centipedes moving through the floor. So much so many of them, so that the ground looks like it's almost like a
Like
illusion.
undulating?
It's vibrating almost.
I hate it.
There's so many of them just crawling in the grass.
Are they going in a direction, or are they just randomly?
Yeah,
milling
just kind of
about?
like trying to survive, get around. There's so many of them.
With my simple eyes, they look like relatively normal centipedes. Nothing special about them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
we've seen this before.
Yeah, no, this is terrible. I hate it. I really do hate it.
Mohag.
Oh, sorry.
I was saying Mohag is just going to grab the warhammer that Barrack has gifted him, and he's going to just smash it into the ground and splat a bunch of centipedes. And he starts doing it again and again, just to be like, "This is awful. This is disgusting. This is never ending." He like starts hitting.
Wait, lads, stop that! You're signaling through the ground. The vibrations carry for miles.
Has anyone else seen like the Men in Black thing where he starts killing the bugs?
Mohag, it
Yeah.
could be their auntie or their uncle.
Their auntie or their uncle.
I was thinking the same thing, Tim.
Classic Men in Black. He goes, "Nah, it's. I mean, I appreciate the compliment, Skeggy,
I'm a
but
dwarf,
my
lad. I know how sound moves through the ground. You could be drawing attention to us for creatures in the ground miles away.
Understood. I am very strong with my hammer. I will put it away."
Thank
He cleans
you.
it off and sheathes it or puts it on his back.
Do these centipedes kind of like continue into the woods further in?
They continue further in, and now that he's been squishing them, they'll just like kind of get away from the road and kind of head more towards the Whispering Woods.
I know it's dumb, but I want to investigate this. What do you all think?
Yeah, do we follow where they came from or where they're going?
Maybe they're leading us to salvation.
That's
Or
not the
dead.
brightest thing you've said, Mohag.
It's not the dumbest.
Well, that's true, artist.
Can't argue with that, Mohawk.
You set the bar pretty high.
What?
You said a lot of stupid things.
You want to
We're
follow the
moving-
bugs?
I know, Hyro. I just feel like it. I don't know. Do they remind me of like?
I'll let you
are they
make that
just centipedes
decision.
or chaos centipedes?
I'll let you make that decision. I mean, your mind, I think anytime you see a spider or a centipede, your mind can't help but going back to that vivid dream, I would think.
Really quick, what do you think? I'm happy to just keep going.
They're scattering away from the road now into the
Well,
woods.
away from Mohag
Away from Mohawk.
when he was smashing them. yeah.
Smashing them.
I mean, getting back to the keep, getting into the kobolds. I think that's a pretty good plan. Maybe
Yeah,
we
yep,
with our first
you're right.
Push ahead.
You're right.
Okay, so are you inspecting this battle scene, or are you picking up out of here and getting out?
Is there anything of significance, large and obvious that we haven't looked at yet?
There are horses down. There are body parts, packs, the shield, and what else did you find? Sorry, hold on. Let me just grab my book. I think that was it. Did I mention
How many horses are down?
5?
5?
5
Okay.
horses.
5 horses.
Okay.
There were 13 of them total.
Can we tell from
Correct.
the tack on the horses? These are horses from the keep, I presume.
I believe so. Yes, that's what I think. Did I say that to Hieronymus? I might not have said that, but yes.
I think
that's
we got
correct.
sidetracked before we got the answer.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yes. You can tell that they're from the keep even without
Okay.
your
and all of them
abysmal
are from the
investigation
keep,
check.
most likely.
They look like they are from the keep. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And so they probably were attacked by some sort of chaotic bug monsters.
If I poke
That's
any of the
interesting.
wounds with hyperlight, does the light react at all?
Which
Like-
wounds do you refer to?
Some of the grievous scrapes and big claw marks.
Oh, like the ground, the gouges on the ground.
Yeah, or in the bodies, both. Like I'm seeing if my light reacts to anything.
Gotcha. You can find like a severed calf and like foot.
Yes.
Wait,
right
so-
there.
So we have horse bodies that are big enough to be recognizable as horses.
Mm-hmm.
But the human corpses
Chopped up.
chopped into tiny bits and
Many. I would say no body is more than, 25% complete.
but the horses were not torn up in the same way.
They're killed and they've got some serious like wounds in them, but actually nobody really investigated the horses right other than just the barding on them.
We'll take a quick look at it.
Sure.
Quick look at them now,
Sure.
because it's striking me as odd that the human remains are much more processed
Mhm.
than the horses, which seem to have been just attacked and killed and then ignored.
Exactly. So then you can do that. Would you want to investigate? And if the group wants to do it, we could do a group check. I know
Sure.
that some people have been offering it, but if everybody's now looking, we could do a
Yeah.
group check.
Group what? Nature?
Investigation.
Let's do it.
None of it matters.
Well, I just tossed mine out there.
No, I'm terrible at
It's
it. So.
terrible.
I see
I
a
roll.
17, a 23, a 14,
Redemption.
and 13. Those are pretty good rolls. Mohag will refrain,
I'm playing with my sword.
and so will Barrack then. So the four of you start investigating the horses. The wounds are pretty grievous wounds. They are not to understate their wounds. Like the people had it better. The horses are mutilated, but it looks like they were killed by like one very large, like attack. Like there's a big gouge inside their torso, or even a horse's head is severed completely. But the bodies are intact. And as you investigate and start to like poke and prod, you can see like similar to the horses you saw earlier, where they were just like bloated, and like there's like flies all over them. There are flies on these horses. They're not bloated, but their stomachs do look like there is something to it. And upon inspection, poking at a wound, kind of even just pushing the horse to try to see if there's anything underneath it, centipedes start to spew and spill out onto the ground, rushing around, kind of going all directions once they hit the sunlight.
What the hell?
So I guess the desserts. I guess the humans were the first course. And they're just working on the
No, but-
horses now.
Using these horses to gestate.
Let's
At a minimum, we should cut them open.
burn them and then go see Midu.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
Sounds
burning
good
is
to
good.
me.
Burning is good.
If only I knew somebody who knew how to. Oh wait, Hieronymus. Oh my God, it's perfect.
Why are we gonna bother?
I'll be honest, I don't get a good vibe from these. Divine sense, Bobo. From these centipedes, I think they should be burned.
Divine sense. Remind me again. I know it's
Celestial fiend or undead, or anything affected by the Hallow spell.
nope.
Okay,
None of those.
Despite my senses, I feel like they should definitely be lit on fire. Do any of them react to my sword, Bob?
Like if you were to put your blade down in the middle of a group of centipedes or something like that.
Heck yeah.
No. Some will even try to
Great.
crawl up on it.
I'm gonna figure you out, Hyperlight. I sheathe it and hop on my horse. Bob,
Okay.
do our horses have names? This is important to me. I'm
It's up.
bonding right
You
What?
can name them. They were just given to you, so.
now. Excellent.
Do we're trying to get back to the caves. Do we want to waste time piling and burning horses?
Can't you just like poo like Iron Man style?
I can. I'll throw a firebolt into one of the horses. We'll see if it
Yeah,
ignites.
that's exactly.
More than anything, it's the centipedes we want to kill, not really the horses.
Yeah. I'll try that. I'll throw a firebolt into one of the bulging horse bellies.
Yeah, you could light it on fire, and once you do, the smell of the burning horse skin and all the centipedes start scattering like I would say like cockroaches, but like centipedes. They start scattering about and moving off, trying to get out of the sunlight. Right, they're trying to get to some sort of shady spot, the tree
All right.
line, wherever they can go. You burn a bunch of them as well if you'd like. I mean,
I'll
All
burn
right.
whatever I can, really, in
Yeah.
a few seconds.
yeah, you'll burn a bunch and hit all the horses, right?
Yeah.
Nothing larger or scarier comes out of this horse corpse.
No, nothing else comes out of them. Just more centipedes, more these tiny little. I mean, they're the smallest centipedes you've ever seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
All right. So as you leave, you can see the fires have taken, the horses are burning, and you start to move along. You travel now for about another 15 or so minutes. You're going at a pretty fast pace with your horses, right?
As fast as we can.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you're booking it.
Yeah, we're booking.
Another 15 or so minutes goes by, now half an hour since the scene of the battle that you just saw. And you come along a more open stretch of road, and you can see Cockroach returning. You're still maybe an hour or so away from the keep. Excuse me. You're still about an hour even at this pace from the caves. And Cockroach is returning. Once he gets down to your level, he's free to tell you information. He'll perch right on top of your shoulder, Hieronymus. What do you say?
What did you see? What did you see, bird?
He'll say that he's seen the group that you're looking for. Except there aren't as many of them.
Yes, good.
Xander's there. And so is the Castellan.
Mm.
She looks pretty injured. There's a few more people. 6 of them in total. They all seem like they've been in some sort of a battle, perhaps the one you just saw. But there's a problem. He didn't want to divert from your plan, so he stuck along the tree line and went as far as he could. And they're just approaching the caves. They're getting close to the ravine. But as on his return route, he saw something moving within the Whispering Woods. Something very, very big. Breaking down trees. Almost in a sense felt like it was following Cockroach. It was following him.
Oh, might just get some experience then before we get in there.
He moved faster than it, but
It's going this way then.
There's something coming.
Get off the road!
So can I get a sense of range, and distance, and time?
He's not quite sure. It's been a while since he's seen it.
Do we hear this?
doesn't really have
I was gonna say, are
He
you
doesn't really
sharing
have a
this
concept
info?
of time.
Oh yeah,
you
I'm
know.
relaying. Yeah, I'm kind of
Okay.
translating.
He doesn't really
like
have a
a- like
concept
a-
of time.
Ask it if it looked like Afton Bar.
That handsome?
I'm feeling like tremors here.
I immediately look around for Kevin Bacon.
Climb up in a tree.
So
Yeah, or big rocks.
we
Yeah.
should probably prepare. There's something coming
Bob,
at us.
I look around. Do I see a place that I think would be a high cliff or kind of a good?
A defensive spot.
Yeah.
The road
thank
is that it's been a relatively flat area. There's no cliffs. You'd have to travel deeper into the Whispering Woods to get to some sort of cliff face. I mean, this is a rather wide portion of the road. I mean, there's tons of bushes, trees to the sides, north and south. There's some bigger rocks. There are some bigger rocks near you, boulder type rocks that are taller than people. You could stand on if you'd like.
This thing was coming above the ground, though. It was
Above the ground, yeah.
Yeah,
The cockroach
it was
couldn't get
running.
an actual.
across the ground, not underneath it.
Correct. Oh no, not underground. No. It was moving and breaking down trees as it was moving.
Hazard to guess it's a giant centipede.
Some kind of big bug.
The way I see it, friends, we can try to book it as quick as we can to the caves and hope that it misses us on its way to us. Or we can find a place to stand and fight. Maybe we could end up leading it to the caves where Xander is.
I think you're right.
What do you
I
think?
don't see any advantage in staying and fighting this thing.
Let's go to the caves. At least the caves we can hide from it.
All right. We're gonna hope to get by then. And I turn and say, Sonny, it's time to fly. As I pat my horse.
Sunny?
Heck yeah!
Nice.
Bringing the light of Hyperius everywhere.
Sunny.
Every horse I've ever had has been named Glue in every video game and every D&D.
Glue.
And that will not change. Glue.
Wow.
Barrick
love
is
it.
naming his horse Sunny. I'm gonna name my horse Cher, and I'm ready to go to the caves.
Hard doesn't understand why you didn't say Sunny and Shady. He's like, who's this Cher?
Do you have a horse's name, Jeff?
34. He doesn't name them anymore. He just numbers them.
Very personal.
Hieronymus, I take it, no name?
Oh, Bono.
I'd say, can you repeat it? I just want to make sure I heard you right.
Bono.
Yep. Nope, I heard you. All right, good. Okay.
Hey, look
I
up
said-
for that tree.
All right, I got the poll up here.
Is
Who
it-
has the best name, Sunny, Cher, Bono, or Glue?
With
You can-
34
Or 34.
34.
Bojack. What was I thinking?
I figured 34 is no good. Plus, I can only
It's
put
not a name.
Tim,
It's
you
not a
already have a
name.
Bo Jackson.
I have a Bojack. Yeah.
Bojack Horseman,
Oh, yeah.
I love
Is that
my
what it
Bojack. He's a great horse. He is the most noble steed.
the greatest of horses. I couldn't put any more than 4 options in a poll, though. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, so you're booking it. So you hear this information from Cockroach, and you start heading down the road. And that is when you start to notice something on the side as you're all really eyeing the ridge line or the tree line. After about 10 more minutes of travel, these horses, these poor tired horses, Sunny, Cher, Bono, and 34 and Glue, and Bojack, they're just exhausted at this point. Mohag's horse is called Mohag, and so they're headed, booking it down the road, and you notice that you see something moving in the tree line. It's big. It's clear. It's probably a good couple hundred feet in. You don't have a line of sight to it because of all the trees, but you can hear it. You hear the sound of many legs pounding the floor of this whispering woods. Just these loud thuds over and over again in like rapid succession. You could tell it's following the 6 of you on the road and keeping pace with you pretty easily.
Should we
Don't
go up in
agree.
the trees? This
And
thing's
how far-
touching us.
How far away are we?
Karg, I couldn't hear you. You cut out a little bit. Your register went to the high point.
I said, should we go up in the trees? This thing's following us.
It knocks trees down.
I don't know if going up one's a good idea, lad. But Bob, how far are we from the caves? I'm sorry.
You just went maybe like you're close, like half an hour away, probably.
Oh,
Too far.
But yeah.
We should turn around and run towards it.
Yes. Or
Get the jump.
They'll never
What
expect
about-
that.
tying a rope, maybe tripping it. I'm getting ambitious here.
As it follows us, like, do we get the impression that it's gaining on us, or is it just keeping pace with us?
It's keeping pace. You can't see it. You just sense it off the side of the road.
Well then, I guess we'll keep going until it. I don't know.
As long as it's keeping pace with us, what feels like an easy pace, like, I'm gonna get more, like, I do feel more and more concerned that we're being herded by it.
Yeah.
What's
it.
what's Cockroach doing?
He's circling above.
Do you want him to head into the woods?
We'll send him up over the woods to see if he can get a good view of this thing.
He'll return after a few minutes, flying up high above the trees, and come back. And he'll stand perched on your shoulder again. Can confirm. Very large centipede.
Oh.
I hate it here.
He says, it's not like any centipede that it's ever seen, though. It has weird tendrils coming out of its forehead.
One of 'em.
Weird.
Yeah, these tendrils coming out of its forehead. I mean, all over its body there are tendrils, but like little hairs, you would say. But this one has these strange tendrils poking out over its head.
I do love the idea of us taking a rope and like running our horses around 2 trees and like getting like a nice trip rope. Just
You don't trip at something with hundreds of legs.
Episode 5 and episode
A rope.
50, I get it.
hundreds of chances of tripping it with all this. I want to roll every
Both,
die.
both comments just seemed so logical to me. I'm kind of I'm with Eric, friends. If it doesn't seem to be aggressive, perhaps this thing could help kill Xander.
I think that's a decent idea. Let's try to lead it into him.
Excellent.
So you'll travel a bit more, maybe 10 minutes more on this road, and you get to that part of the road where it's really turning north now, where you'd essentially be your last leg before the caves, for the ravine. And your horses all come to a abrupt stop as the floor ahead of them, the ground ahead of them, is writhing with thousands and thousands of tiny little centipedes. They're covering the road.
I take out Hyperlight and light that sucker up,
Okay, you light Hyperlight.
carrying it like a torch.
What do the rest of you do?
Well, I guess this is where we make our final stand, huh?
So we got a floor. The ground is covered with centipedes ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
We got a giant centipede behind us. These are still the little tiny normal-sized centipedes, just
Yeah.
lots of them.
Lots of them, yeah.
Right over them. Don't stop.
The
Yeah.
horses have stopped. I mean, you can use an
They're-
animal handling
They're not
check.
doing it.
You
They
can
go
use
right
it.
over.
You'd have to give me an animal handling check, see if you can go through these.
But
I mean,
do I sense that these centipedes are like evil, or are they just gross and whatever? Like,
Definitely, let's see here. I would say you would get the sense that they're just creatures. They're unaligned.
oh, okay. Then in that case, I'm kind of riding down this track of Eric's thought here. Maybe there's, I don't know. Someone jump in if I'm being crazy, but maybe we don't kill the centipedes and we see. I don't know what's going on with it. Hey, the world is weird. I thought it was simple when this campaign started. It's really weird. What do you
But if we're
think?
being chased by a giant centipede, I'm not willing to kill smaller centipedes.
It's a good point. I don't want to make it angry.
Let's ignore them. Let's just head for the ravine. If it follows us, it follows us. Hopefully it gets...
The horses won't go forward.
Let's go around them.
Wait, is that an
Bob,
option?
do we see a way
Yeah,
around?
I mean they're covering the road. Why don't we switch over to a map? How about that?
Yeah,
Oh.
let's get a better idea of what's going on.
Let's switch over to a map. Let me bring you to
God,
this
Roll
map.
for
head.
initiative.
Just John here's map. It just goes.
All right, here we are.
Oh, we've fought this battle before.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
similar
recognize this map.
road. It's a road. It's a road, of course.
The generic road map.
A road. Yeah, a road of sorts. Yeah.
A
Great
generic,
road.
abandoned, broken down cart.
Yeah, that cart's been here for a while. Been here before
That's
you
okay.
even started. It's been here since before episode 1. That cart. Yeah. So we'll just put a little circle, maybe best. Yeah, circle. This
You said
area
little,
is
but it's not going to be little.
this area is covered by centipedes, and they
Oh,
look like
okay.
they stem from the northern side of the tree line as the Whispering Woods begin. Cockroach is going to alert you from the sky, and he says, "Creature incoming." You could hear the sound of the feet marching your direction, trees knocking over. It's
I
coming.
don't
Then
think
we-
we got a lot of option here, friends.
Bob, they
Can we
can't
ride
see-
around this way? Will the horses
Oh yeah, I
go
gotta
around?
switch it over to our view here. So everyone at home, you can see this is our Roll20 map. We've got the area of centipedes with the purple, pink circle, pink oval, and the heroes are here. Actually, I should give you some horses, shouldn't I? Yeah, let me give you some horses.
Yeah.
Let me do that. Throw a horse in there.
Right.
Thank you.
You think it's like maybe a warning system?
I think
Maybe
we're
we
gonna fight the bigger centipede. This is the place, but I'm not totally inclined to fight it.
Yeah, if we could avoid taking the damage using the spells, I think it'd be best to preserve those for our red-caped turd.
No one's beginning to think Xander was right. No, just me. Okay.
Well, we've
No,
got
I'm-
2 enemies.
I would
Never.
rather die before it.
And
Admit
Yeah.
usually, well, to my surprise, they don't seem to be aligned with each other.
Xander could do everything right and end whatever chaos exists, and I will kill him immediately.
That's
after.
fine. I was Skeggers right there with you on
I
that. No
don't-
question.
There
I
are
wanna
your
run.
horses. I'll give each of you one. Put your token near a horse, and I'll let you get on the horse. Get on your high horse.
Except the horses are on top of us.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him to the back. I've already put a couple to the back.
I'm under mine. That's me.
Eric says I'm gonna ride to the far side of the centipedes and investigate where they're coming from. That's
Definitely making sure my crossbow is ready.
I'm gonna
All
make
right.
sure I have a beer ready.
You should be
I'm
able
gonna
to.
need it.
You should be able to control now, Jeff
Okay.
and Hieronymus. You should be able to control. Just let me know if you actually have control of them.
I do not.
Yep. It's moving forward.
Yeah, I didn't give it to anybody. Just the 2 I said. So Eric, Lavernus, you should have access to yours now.
Yep.
In
Let's
fact,
see.
if you
Card,
click
your
drag
horse.
across them to select them, you can move them together.
Yep.
your-
yeah,
your
you
character
can,
You
you
can
can group
share,
them.
having
Yeah.
time over here.
You can group them. Let's see, Barrick, you have one too.
I would love one.
The one in front there is there, right there.
Excellent.
And Mohag has his. All right, so Barrick, you wanna go? And Mohag's like, I will accompany you, Barrick.
Indeed, friend. I'm glad to have you at my side.
You have my hammer at your service.
And
Thanks.
my axe.
I figure I'll ride over here and kind of investigate where they're coming from, and
Yeah, it looks like the centipedes are continuing into the woods. So like where the tip of the oval is here, more of
Yeah.
them will just continue through that tree and into the woods. It's a pretty long line. It's really more of a line than a big spread. It looks like they're kind of moving in some sort of organization.
and they end right here.
They end at the tip of the oval at the south
Are they
part, yeah.
extending southward?
That's as far as they go southward, the tip of the oval.
So we can't ride around them.
But when they get to the end of the southward extreme, are they continuing to spread further south?
Nope.
Or are they just staying there?
They kind of seem to be okay with being right there.
Okay, and we can ride around them? The horses will let us?
Yeah. They just wouldn't go through the road. So you can go off of the road and onto
Okay.
the rougher terrain. Yeah, you could do that.
I shout to Hyro and say, I know we should get to the caves, but it seems our hand was forced.
But it's
Are
not.
you mad at me, my fiery friend?
Let's burn it.
All right.
I say, please don't.
Are you burning it?
Burning what?
The centipedes?
No, not the centipedes.
Oh.
The centipede.
Big one?
Well, it's coming, everybody. So the centipede, the large one, Hieronymus, you hear Cockroach kind of talking again through the telepathy. It's approaching. It's upon you. Out through the tree line crashes this gargantuan centipede.
Son of a bitch.
It sees the group. It knew you were there. It sensed you. You could see those odd tendril-like feelers coming out of its head. There are 4 of them, and they're kind of like, circling around, feeling the air, and it senses you immediately. Let's roll initiative.
Oh, let's.
Well,
Oh boy.
We don't need to fight.
You might not. We'll see.
well, we tried. We did try.
Oh, not where I want a hot roll, but I love it.
Nice job, Hieronymus.
It's Hieronymus.
Wait, I thought mine was a 19. Okay, that die was not exactly right.
The 3D dice are not reliable.
I got a 19.
Maybe I just saw Barrack's roll come through on my screen.
And what about Mohawk? He gets
The artist formerly known as Man Bun. That is his name now.
It might hurt more calling him Man Bun. Remind him of his sad.
Okay. Mohawk has a 7.
Thank you, hon.
A 17 for Mike.
Mm-hmm.
A homemade
good roll.
cheesecake delivery.
Ooh, very nice. All
Sign
right, everybody.
me up.
Here it is. This giant centipede comes out of the woods, and it crashes down that tree right near it, and it sees you, senses you. Barrack, immediately you sense back to that dream you had with
Yeah.
the very large Xander Cartwright fighting other large humanoid creatures, and those centipedes just kind of crawling around at their feet. With the lack of sort of context and being able to compare sizes here, you can see this centipede is much bigger than you had imagined. So now, we go to you. Sorry, you're not first. I apologize. I thought you rolled the 20. I just realized it's Hieronymus. Hieronymus, you're up first.
Well, I'm gonna head over here on my trusty steed, and I'm gonna cast Mirror Image on myself.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Learned that lesson last combat.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so it looks like there are 4 other Hieronymus Bosches seated at the horse, moving in and out of reality here. And then we go to Barrack.
I hold out Hyperlight. Say, shoot. Say, creature, I know, I don't know your intentions, but we are hunting evil. And I have no desire to kill you or any of your family. Are you hunting evil? I feel like I don't think it's actually hunting evil, but I want it. I don't know.
Because of
I
its
just wanna see what's going on.
because of its complex body makeup, I don't even know that you could sense its like reaction to what you're saying. It's
Yeah, like
it's insectoid. You know, they act in such a different way than a human
Yeah.
or other creature.
Doesn't
sentient
have the
creature.
human reaction.
or any
Nah.
other sentient creature. You know, just like like a
that
dog
makes a
would
lot of
react.
sense.
You know what I mean? Like What do you do?
I'm
Barrack?
just gonna ready an attack.
Ready an attack? Okay.
comes close to me and just put myself next to Mohag right here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're there right next to Mohag.
Yeah, and I'll ready an attack if it does something aggressive.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Its turn. It's going to let out some sort of like screech. It's high pitched and pierces through your ears. It's almost as bad as Karg's voice, and it'll start to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's going to go
That's
right
a
to
lot.
there.
Oh,
A lot of counting.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I think it's got the ability to get there. So it's going to get there, but it's going to spend all its turn, and it's going to move through. It's double moving, but it's going to go there and engage Mohag and Eric. And as it does that, you can see when it's screeched, it sent like almost like a vibration through all these centipedes that are milling about, and almost like they started to move and kind of coalesce into groupings, creating swarms of little centipedes beneath.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Did he crush any of them as he came down, or was it just
they skillfully
Yeah.
avoided their
Uh-huh.
creator,
Of course.
like with each
Hive
step.
mind.
With each step, yeah, like they just encircled the footsteps. Okay. There we go. Except for that one, apparently. Okay, now we go to Mohag. Mohag's turn. Mohag's going to disengage and move. Oh! Barrick! Get out of here!
I think I was being too generous, friend.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's a warhorse's speed? Is it 50?
I'll check. I'll check.
Chat?
It's going to double move around the centipedes.
Their speed is 60 for a riding horse.
60, so he's going to go even further. Okay. Now we go to...
God, this is
Great
why we don't
job,
have any of the good
Mohag.
gear.
He disengaged. He can't go that far. Sorry. Okay. We go to... Karg. Karg on deck. Sorry, Karg on deck. Karg is up. Skeggy on deck. I apologize.
Okay.
Eric, get out of there! And I'm gonna run up here and rage.
Okay. Yeah, so for mounted combat, by the way, when you're on your horse, the horse will move with you. You'll tell it to move, and it'll move. You can make your horse move before or after you at any point during your movement. That's all good. But the horse can't attack, can't do any actions on like its riding horse stat if you are using it as a controlled mount, which you all are. What did you get there, Karg? A 16?
Uh-oh.
All right. So, Karg, here's what's happening to you. I would say you can see Karg's body start to transform once again. Except in this time, there's no tentacles or dire wolf form. You can see him kind of turn more into... You could see like his hands and arms kind of receding. He'll drop. I assume whatever you had in your hand. I don't know what you would have had in your hand. What would it be?
Sword and shield.
The dagger?
Yeah, the dagger.
The dagger. You'll drop the dagger in the shield, and his hands will turn into what look like kind of like almost like fins, aquatic fins, and his body start to change shape a little bit as well, almost like I want to say devil ray type look to him.
Just flapping about on the ground.
Flapping about, not on the ground. He's got a humanoid shape still, but his limbs and his upper body start to change almost into like some sort of ray, and his mouth is that like, you know, the ray's mouth where it's like underneath flat. That's what he's got, and he can't hold anything in those flippers. So you drop those things, and Karg, all the other things will apply.
Yep.
What a great subclass you've chosen.
I love it. Good
But-
God, it's Flipper.
If you want to make some sort of an unarmed strike, Karg, that would still be doable.
Yeah, I'm gonna barrel into.
Yeah, maybe we'll call it a bite attack or something. You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Am I gonna get any proficiencies? Probably not.
No.
So just roll a d20.
Yeah, d20 and add your strength or dexterity, whichever. Oh, well, that's not going to matter. Yeah.
Perfect.
A nat 1, that's not going to cut it.
You're as surprised as we are.
I think I go sliding forward off the horse and kind of just.
Sure, you can get off the horse if you'd like.
I don't think I want to. I think it just happened.
All right, Skeggy, you're up.
Oh God. Okay, so these little ones, they're swarms or are they individual medium-sized?
They're swarms, but we're considering them to be, they are
sequels.
medium-sized. They're just a swarm of them.
Okay. And my movement on the horse is
60.
60. Okay, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's go to about there. Get some distance. Let's go there. That's less than my move. And we will insightfully fight against the big one. So
Okay.
I'm gonna roll an insight against its deception. And I have rolled a 20.
You're going to beat it.
Okay, so that means I'm going to get to use my sneak attack, and I'm going to shoot it with my X-bow.
Okay.
$15.
That'll connect.
So 14 piercing total.
14?
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
And that's my turn.
All right, 14.
I have moved and acted and bonus acted.
Okay, we go to Eric Lavernus.
All right. Is it possible for me to ride between these horse and centipede in this case?
No. Too close.
Too close. All right. Well, then we're just going to take my chances with an opportunity attack, I think. I want to first reach out and try and attack the giant centipede with an inflict wounds, so a touch spell.
Sure, you could do that. By the way, just a heads up, what your horse can do, and you might not know this, but because we don't ever go into mounted combat too often, but I did play a mounted combatant recently, and it's really cool. You can your horse can disengage before you go, so your horse would leave, and you don't get an attack of opportunity.
Wait, so if
Oh,
I
you can-
attack and then disengage, is that cool?
You can attack, but your horse would be the one disengaging, so you don't have to.
Oh, great. Well, I'm going to do that then. I would love to do that. That's perfect.
Yep, it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
That's
I'm going to, does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not. Is that everything you have?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
What
would've
a
been-
roll!
Yeah, what a damage roll.
That damage roll of 41, that would have been pretty sick.
I will just run away from the centipedes.
Wow.
Okay.
Take myself and my horse. Me and Cher are going to book it away.
No advantage because the centipede is so surprised that a horse, that a fish human flailed in front of it.
Yeah, no, nothing.
Not at all.
it's
It's
just
like
another,
seen that before.
just a Wednesday to that
Yep,
centipede.
Wednesday to the centipede. We got the swarms
see
going.
it.
Half day.
That's it for me.
Swarms are moving. We'll do the swarms first. Let's make sure I know how far they can move. Yeah, they're gonna. So most of these are double moving, except for this one. 5, 10, 15, 20. So this one's going here. Is gonna. These two are gonna attack on you, Eric, but they're gonna attack your horse. What's your
Okay.
horse's AC? You have a riding horse stat block. You could bring it up.
Yep, I'll pull it up right now. I had it up. Riding horse D&D. They're not super high. See, let's see. They have a
It's not a war horse. It's a riding
10.
horse.
Riding horse. Yeah.
AC of 10.
AC of 10. Okay, so then yeah, we're gonna get a couple of hits in here.
Well, it's
one,
got super low HP too, so
Gotcha. One hit is basically what it's going to do, and it's going to do a total of 2 piercing damage.
okay.
All right.
They're still
However,
up.
however, they start to burrow into the wounds that they're making.
Ah,
Hate it.
So you
I
can
hate
see
it.
them climbing up your horse's legs, and like the horse is like, you know, what's the braying? Is that what the word the horses do?
Yeah.
Neighing. Horses neigh.
Neighing, braying, neighing.
Yeah. Donkeys bray.
I say neigh to this, but they are neighing in agony.
Fairly sure.
All right, so
I don't speak
we go to Hieronymus.
Well, I was just preparing for my turn. Here it is.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take out the swarms.
Here's the damage of the fireball.
Go for it.
A lot of dice. 27 damage, DC 15 dex.
Okay, so the swarms are going to die no matter what, but I will roll for the centipede. And it's a 15 DC, you said?
Yes.
That is going to fail. So this ball of fire erupts. Eric Lavernus, you see those centipede swarms that were right on your horse are basically just, just completely fried, even the ones that are in its wound. Your horse, I assume, is one of the people that your companion is getting, considering to be out sculpting that fire spell.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate
then-
you.
So then the horse is free
welcome.
of the infested centipede wound as well. Okay, so now we go to Barraquelios. Mohag is on deck. Karg after
Excellent.
that.
Does it take any part of my movement or action to get off my horse?
Yeah, I've been waiting for you to get off your high horse. It takes half your
Natural.
movement. It takes half your movement to get off your horse.
Perfect.
And you could you
get
could
off my
dismount.
horse and say, "Wait, Sonny," and tell him to go back. I don't know, 50 feet behind me or whatever,
Sure.
just away from these stinking centipedes. And as I walk towards the little centipedes, I say, "I gave you a chance to help end evil. Sorry, Hyro, I know I'm gullible with this." And then I swing at this one here. With Hyperlight, trying to get rid of this thing. 25 to hit.
That'll hit for sure.
Excellent. And we're going to do 7 slashing damage.
7 slashing?
Yep.
Okay.
Nice try.
It doesn't seem to all go through.
Really? Even with a +1 magical weapon?
Actually, it is
That's a
magical,
bummer.
isn't it? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. So that is going to cut through. The resistance will not affect it because it's magical. So Hyperlight does shine brightly as it cuts through these swarms of centipedes. Just whoosh. You feel like what is it? Sauron in Lord of the Rings, just like bam, and centipedes are going flying.
Yes.
If only all the enemies were just little centipedes.
So it's still there, though?
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking at the big one and say, "I hope that was your uncle." And I swing again, and it's a 22.
That'll hit. Yep.
And that's going to do 5 more slashing.
Yep. Got it. Still around.
Oh, man.
They're annoying, but they are swarms. They're annoying. They don't do
It's
that
gonna
damage,
have
but
1 HP based on the fireball.
we'll see.
Well, or
You think?
All right, then I'll just go right here. Dude,
Gotcha.
bummer.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay. We go to who we got here? Mohag and then Karg.
Mohag?
Mohag will join you in stomping the centipedes. He's good at that.
Yeah.
He's good at that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was very brave about that a minute ago.
He'll swing with the warhammer. Oh yeah, he's gonna hit, and he's gonna do a total of. He's holding it. I guess he's holding it one-handed at this point. Yeah, he's gonna kill that last one. Yep, he's gonna kill it. He's gonna
Thank
smash it, and he
goodness.
says, "Hop on, I'll get you to safety."
Mohag, we're killing this thing. Get off and come kill it.
All right.
My friend. Sorry.
That's Mohag's turn. Karg, and then Squiggy on deck. Oh, wait, I forgot. The thing's supposed to go before Mohag. Oh, well. I'll do it just out of order for this turn. So the creature goes. And, John, your horse is going to get attacked. The horse's AC is 10, you said, Tim?
Correct.
Okay.
It's nice having a horse.
I think the horse is probably dead. How many hit points did it have, Tim?
Usually 13. 13's
13?
the average.
Yeah, it's dead. The creature attacks it, and it just pummels your horse. You fall off it immediately. Give me a dexterity saving throw to see if you fall prone, Karg. Did you roll, Karg?
Did it not come?
No, I didn't see it. Okay,
She
well,
said.
we'll see. If
I
it
clicked
doesn't,
it again.
yeah. Yeah?
Oh, that came through. 11.
Okay, 11. Gotcha. All right. Yeah, you're not going to fall prone, but you will, your horse is totally gone. So the horse is dead, and you can place yourself in any adjacent square to the horse.
Well, I already slid off of it, if you remember.
Oh, you did? Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. Oh, then never mind. Don't worry. Then you didn't have to worry about the check. I forgot about that. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. Okay, but then what it's going to do is it's going to target you, Karg. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Hey, baby.
Ooh.
17?
Yeah, you're okay. You don't take damage. However, you get the sense that, similar to other creatures of this kind, it's trying to probe into your mind, and you repelled it. Okay. Your turn, Karg. Skaggy
Yeah.
on deck.
Bonus action, I'm going to end my rage.
Fair enough.
No
you come
boss
back.
fish man?
Yeah.
Pick up my sword and shield and attack.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. To be honest with you, fair enough. This wasn't the blessing you hoped for.
10 HP. Yeah, 10 to hit. Not going to hit, right?
10 to hit. No, you don't hit. You don't hit. 10 will not cut it.
I'm going to use one of my luckies.
Okay. The feet.
Yeah, my feet. Let me
Okay.
mark that off. And let's roll another d20. That's so slow tonight. Sorry.
Yeah, it feels like roll 20 is slow, right?
Ooh.
Oh,
You have to re-roll it.
Very nice.
because it was a 1. Oh, nice.
The one.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It was your halfling luck that came in handy there.
So, I'm extra lucky. Does a 17 hit?
It does. It does.
Oh, that's. Hey!
8 piercing damage.
That's
Awesome.
pretty lucky.
Did you lose any damage yet? No, right?
No, I
Okay.
don't need to use it.
Just
Okay.
to his dignity.
Okay. However, Karg. However, it's gonna change a bit here. Okay. So your dagger did 8. Was that the normal? No. You made a mistake, right? Are you including the necrotic damage?
No, I still have to roll that.
Yes. Before you roll it. The dice is going to increase in damage from D6 to D8.
Damn. Damn. All right.
Heck
D8
yeah.
product roll coming at you. A 3.
A 3. So 3 plus the 8 is 11?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Okay, great. All right. That's the end of your turn?
Yeah, I don't think I even have a free action left.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, Karg, you swing at this thing and you feel the enhanced power of this jawbone dagger that you've picked up. You get the sense that it's going to be more lethal, and that feels good in your hands. We go to Skeggy.
I like it.
All right, this time I will use my what is it called? Steady aim? I've forgotten now.
Steady aim, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my steady aim for my bonus action, so I will get to roll my attack with advantage this time.
Are you? Tell me you're standing on the saddle.
Do I? Well, I hadn't planned to because it seems a little silly.
Nah, it'd be
But if
so
I get
cool.
extra points for it,
You get extra cool factor points.
oh, do I? Okay,
Mhm.
sure. Then I'll do that. Okay.
Standing on the saddle, aiming at your target.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Setting up
that's
the
what
shot.
You like. Let's see what we got here.
It's because you stood
We
on the
have a-
saddle.
A 20,
That'll hit.
and this will be 15 piercing.
Nice. All right, the creature takes another bolt to the back. Anything else from Skeggy?
Oh, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, we
Can't
go
even
to Eric Lavernus.
I just, real quick, would like to shout out Spencer in the chat. Instead of steady aim, he went with skeggy aim.
There you go.
Really,
love it.
that one really got me great.
I love it.
That is what it shall be from now on.
I love it. Skeggy aim. Love it.
Skeggy.
Bob,
Good job,
so
Spencer.
the swarm centipedes around the base, the larger one's still there.
Those are not really. So the oval is just like regular old centipedes. Like they're not posing any threat. They're just milling
Are they
about.
still like an obstacle for the horse though? Can I ride through that now or no?
The horses don't want to ride through it.
Okay, good enough for me.
Mhm.
I'm gonna avoid it then. From where I am, then I'm gonna level up a guiding bolt at the darn big one,
Okay.
and
Go for
hopefully it's gonna hit. And if not, we're gonna get real close. A 14.
No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw out my magic and pull out a
I know
sword.
exactly
And I'm
what
just gonna
it
start
is
charging.
now.
So I will run at this thing at full tilt.
You're running at it?
I can't do anything from away from it, or apparently touching it, or anything with magic at all. So my next option is like my bare fisticuffs, I think.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Here we go. Here we go, everybody. Eric Lavernus, the gloves are coming off.
I really Johnny O'Malley here to roll knuckles on him. That's my turn.
All right. The last centipede is going to attack Mohag's horse. And it's going to get a natural 20.
Woo!
It's going to do a total of 7 piercing damage. So the horse is almost dead. And these things are burrowing into the legs of this poor horse. Mohag is losing his balance as he feels like the horse may collapse at any moment. We go to top of the order. Hieronymus, Barrack on deck.
I'm just gonna throw a fire bolt at it. I'm not sure how hurt it is, but no sense in throwing another fireball. And here it comes. Well, that's the damage. Here's the hit. Ah,
Another
you got out of
nat
my way, you fools! Get out of my way! What's
Another
wrong
nat
with
one.
you?
Okay. Hieronymus, you're staying in your spot? Staying where you are?
Yep.
Okay. We go to Barrack Helios.
Say, gosh, it's even worse when there's 4 of them yelling at you. I run to right here so that I can be close to my buddies. And say, Mohag, kill that little one. And I'm going to swing away. Big one.
Go for it.
Hot one.
Oh,
2 in a row. For the Char Coalition. And a hot 23.
That'll hit.
10 slashing damage.
Okay. 10 slashing with Hyperlight.
Darn right.
Anything else from you?
No, that'd be all.
Okay, you hack at its leg, spewing out whatever sort of blood courses through. This is probably some sort of like neon, like purplish pink coming out of its body as you slash through it with your sword.
Oh, you can't even bleed right.
And then it's gonna go. And let's see, who's hurt it the most? Karg, you did it for a good job. Skeg, you did a good job. It's gonna go for
Not Eric. Eric, you're safe.
In fact,
I'm so safe.
Eric is no threat.
it'll go
It
for
doesn't even know I'm here.
it'll go for Eric's horse.
I will
Go.
impose disadvantage.
Okay. Still gonna hit with disadvantage on Eric's horse. Your horse is dead.
I
Oh
think
gosh.
the X on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I was like, my horse just fought back, and
Was there
It's
a
so-
recoil?
my horse had 11 HP, Bob.
I didn't
Your-
realize its weakness was horse blood.
Your horse is dead. However, Eric, give me a dexterity save to see if you fall off your horse.
Oh, no, I stay mounted. Let's see. I will ride dead Cher into the afterlife. I am falling right off the horse.
All right, you are prone
Oh,
on the
you're-
ground.
Rushing the ones.
You're prone. Let's go to a
Oh my
Karg.
god, there's been more ones tonight.
I really want Karg to fail a wisdom save. Let's see.
I don't think you were muted there, Mr. DM.
Oh, whoops. Did I say that out loud? All right, fine. I'm
Now remember, you're supposed to be an impartial referee. You're not
Mhm.
supposed to. It's not an adversarial role.
no.
mean,
Let's see here. Skeggy, you
parents
hit him
don't
from a
have a
good
favorite
distance,
kid.
right?
I did. I've hit him pretty solidly, but from far away, as is my
let's
want.
see how far away he actually is. Oh, perfect.
Uh-oh.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Do a wisdom saving throw. All right. I got this. I got this. I don't got this. 7.
Alright. So okay. For the next turn, you are incapacitated. All right?
No.
And Skeggy, you go into this like vision. Back 6 months after the scene that we started this episode off with, you see your son Scory coming back into your office, talking about a mine collapse. Father, it's all gone. All the money. All the gold. The company couldn't recover. What do I do?
What do you do, lad? You go report to your brother Sten for duty.
I've dishonored our name. The humans, they took what was left. They paid off their debts, and they left.
As I knew they would. Learn your lesson. Trust in the clan. Trust
And-
humans not a bit.
And this scene will play on throughout its entirety as he came to you for support, and he's learned his lesson dealing with these pesky humans. But you're there in the battlefield, just staring into the void. Basically, you're just there, unaware of what's going on around you. So we go to Karg next. Skeggy, that's gonna be your turn. Karg, you're up.
Evidently.
Yep, I'm gonna swing away. $20 to hit.
That'll hit. I see 9.
Yep, 5 piercing, 4 necrotic.
5 piercing, 4 necrotic. Got it. 5 piercing, 4 necrotic. Okay. The dagger slashes into the legs, and you don't need any health right now, but you get the sense that your dagger is doing its job. Anything else from you?
That's it.
Not gonna rage, right?
No.
Okay. I see what you're doing. Don't worry. I get you. I get you. We go to Eric Lavernus, then top of the order.
All right, I would like to use half my movement to stand up and pry myself out from underneath the dead body of Cher. You know what? We're feeling really ambitious. We're gonna try one more time and touch this.
Go for it. By the way, Mohag is attacking the centipede that's swarming his horse, and he did 8 damage to the swarm.
Nice.
Go
If
ahead.
this doesn't work, I don't know.
Great job, artist formerly known as Man Bun.
15?
15 hits.
Ah, there we go. We're making progress now. Okay, I'll do 22 necrotic damage.
Oh, you're in trouble now. It doesn't like that.
Good.
The good news is that
It's
You
bloodied.
can have a flashback with your son.
Oh, it's bloodied.
not that I know about. Ugh.
That's why it will be quite the surprise.
Yeah.
Very disorienting.
Truly would be.
So Eric, you use the necrotic damage. You inflict the wounds on one of its legs, many legs, and you can see that like blackness course up as the damage takes part of its like leg off. And you can see this creature has been pretty damaged at this point, but it's continuing to thrash and attack your horses, and now looks towards the only thing left, you all. We go to
I will
top of
stare
the
back.
order here. Yeah, Hieronymus. Hyro.
A firebolt.
14. Oh, not gonna hit.
Oh, what? What?
You
What do you
want
want
it.
from me?
You're very
all
close.
all that AOE, you've forgotten how to attack small.
Yeah.
Your images just looking at you and shrugging at you.
No, they're all scowling at you guys.
Barrack, you're up next. If you're done, Hieronymus, no movement.
I'm done.
They're all
You know.
doing the thing like with all the Spider-Men pointing at each other.
I'm gonna swing twice with
Doug
Hyper.
got it.
I look over at Karg and say,
There we go.
calm and cool, collected right now.
That'll hit.
Stop rolling a 1. I mean, I'm hitting. So 5 slashing, then 8 slashing. For this guy.
5 and 8. Got it.
13.
13.
slashing.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so that's the end of your turn. We have another slashes with hyperlight as you continue to spill more of the centipede's blood. We go to the creature. Barachelios. It doesn't like you either, but I think I'm going to have you give me a... No. Let's do attack on Eric, because you're prone, aren't you, Eric?
I use my movement to get back up.
Oh, okay. Then
I'm standing right in front of the thing, though.
Okay, it's going to attack you. Do you want to impose
Oh.
disadvantage?
Let's see. I got you, buddy.
Thank you.
I think it's still going to hit you. 22.
That's going to hit me.
It's a bit sneakier than I thought.
Yeah, 22 is still going to hit you. Let's go to...
People were betting earlier that I was going to die in the
Yes,
YouTube chat, so we may be winning soon.
You're going to take 14 piercing damage.
Not today, YouTube chat. I'm still standing, baby.
I'm still standing.
And every creature within 15 feet of it, which would be the 3 of you, give me a Constitution saving throw.
I
Oh,
don't like
YouTube
this.
chat, what the heck?
Does... Yeah.
I feel like I might have advantage for some reason, but I have no idea why. That's a hot 3 for Barrack.
12 for Karg.
12 for Eric.
You all fail. You take 15 necrotic damage.
Okay, YouTube chat. I spoke too soon.
Are you still up?
Nope.
You're down?
Yep.
Okay, I will start your death clock.
Oh my god.
That was quick.
A burst of necrotic energy emanates from this creature. And the ripple of waves from this necrotic energy kind of ripples along the ground. All the centipedes move about, and the 3 of you are going to take some serious damage. Actually, I'm looking at it now. Mohag is actually within the 15 feet, too. I got to do it for Mohag. Can somebody roll for me?
Con?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, Con. Yeah. Mhm. He's going to pass. so
He's fine.
He's gonna pass, so he'll take half of that. So he's gonna take 7.
Typical Mohag.
His horse dies though. The centipedes that burrowed into it ate it up, and they're carving their way into its belly. We go to. So that was the creature's turn. It would be Karg after this. I'll start your death clock too. Here's your official death clock. Nobody needs to
Thanks.
know, but I rolled it. It's a D3, so that's a D6 I rolled. Okay, go for it, Karg.
All right, seeing that this thing is bloodied and you know I'm almost hurt, I'm gonna keep attacking. I also want to get some healing for myself. 16 to hit.
16 hits.
That's 6 piercing damage, and then the necrotic is a 5.
So you want to use your action to heal that, or not action?
Yep.
Excuse me. Use this instance to heal it.
Correct. I'm gonna take that 5 for this round.
Okay, take your 5. Anything else? That's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
The dagger sears into the creature's flesh once again, this time drawing that necrotic energy into the weapon and therefore to you. We go to Skeggy. This is your turn coming out now. You're awakened again, and you feel like you've been out of the combat. You know what's happened to you.
Okay. Okay. What kind of shape does this thing look like it's in? It's
It's bloodied.
rough,
Yeah,
right?
it's rough shape. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll shoot it again. I'm gonna do a skeggy aim.
Skeggy aim. Let's go.
Shooter!
Shooter.
Shooter!
It's what I do.
Kablam.
Oh, I missed.
You
With
do,
steady
even with
aim?
steady aim. Wow.
And
Skeggy
that's my
aim.
whole turn.
Yeah. All right. Maybe next turn,
Just
Skeggy
like
aim.
last time.
We go to the Eric. You're the bottom. Give me a. No, don't give me anything. Your death clock will tick down 1.
Nice.
We go to top of the order here, Hieronymus.
You're not coming through there, Hyro.
I'm casting Dragon's Breath on Cockroach,
Okay.
who's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And he's going to breathe the Dragon's Breath on the thing.
Okay.
Um,
Dexterity, right?
Dex 15. Doing fire damage, of course.
It's
For
going to be a
12.
failure. Okay. So 12
and then,
in total.
And then he'll finish his movement. He's got a flyby attack, which allows him to not provoke attacks.
Mm-hmm.
He'll end there.
Okay. Excellent. So behind the rock.
Yeah, I like that.
Gotcha. So he heads over behind the rock. And we go to Barrack Helios. It's your turn.
I'm gonna say not today, YouTube chat, and touch my friend Eric for
Good call.
23.
23. Oh my God.
Back to full.
Wow.
Wait.
You, Eric, you do have +8. We did that at the last episode.
I would have gone down anyway with the last one, but
Okay, I figured, but I honestly forgot if that was your max or not. But yeah.
no, 23 is my max, but that would have. Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Alright,
15
perfect.
plus. What was the other attack? It was. Yeah, whatever.
I was
Yeah,
just,
whatever it was. It was
It was
over
enough
30.
that I was
yeah.
not gonna. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Now we go to that was Mohag. It would be the creature's turn, then Mohag, then Karg. So the creature is going to attack. Well, it doesn't like Barrack Helios. Got the light, hyper light there. So we're going to go Barrack Helios, and Karg. I want you to give me a Wisdom saving throw.
Dang.
Barrack, what's your AC? I actually don't remember. What is it? 20 or 22 now?
It is 22.
Straight up 22.
Oh gosh,
It can be 23 if you let it.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, are you? Is there a? Do you have anything casting yourself right now? Or is
No,
that your
it's
base?
22. It's 22 straight up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Some DM regret here. Go ahead. It's going to miss you, actually. It's going to get a total of 13. And the Wisdom save card?
12.
12. You are also incapacitated. And Karg, your vision takes you somewhere different. You're a young little halfling. How old would you be once your parents left you on your own to take care of the house? How old would you have been? Under 10?
Yeah, I'd say about that age.
Like 8 or 9?
I'd say 9 years old.
Okay, so you're 9 years old, and your parents told you, Karg, we're going to leave for the day. We're going to go to the market. This is your father speaking here. We need you to watch the house and prepare supper for us when we return. We'll be famished.
Okay, Dad. Yeah, that sounds great. What do you want? You want rabbit stew or rabbit stew?
That'll do. Yeah, that sounds lovely, delightful, doesn't it, dear? And your mother's like, oh, absolutely. Oh, I love this boy. And your father's like, okay, great. We're gonna go to town for a little bit. We'll be back at 6 p.m. Or I guess we'll be back by supper. Whatever they say. They don't have time, but they're gonna be back by supper. And you start preparing. You start getting the ingredients, and you get the whole house to yourself for the day. It's a beautiful memory, actually. All right? So, we go back to the order here. Karg, you're going to actually miss your turn. Mohag will get off his high horse. The horse is dead. And he'll try to attack that swarm, and he hits, and he's going to kill it finally. Yep, he's going to kill this swarm finally, and the last swarm is destroyed. All right. And then we go to Skeggy. Eric on deck.
Okay, well, with Eric standing back up, I am freed up to swing away. So
Right,
I will skeggy aim again.
Skeggy aim. Go for it.
It's what I do. And this time we have a 19.
That'll hit.
Thank God for advantage. Why does it say short sword there? I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
But there's the
Ooh,
damage.
another
is
15 spot. Very nice, Skeggy. All right, so 15 more to the creature. Okay, and then we go to Eric Lavernus.
I'm torn between, do I take the opportunity attack and run far away, or do I just try and stay in here and square up with this thing? First thing we're going to do... Say it again?
You're at full health.
Yeah, but I got taken down pretty fast last time.
You can disengage and...
I won't let you die, friend. Let us kill this beast together.
All right, with that, I'm going to try and attack it. Let's go. That vote of confidence is all I need. I'm going to reach out and lay my hands on it for a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
So 22 more necrotic damage to it.
Oh, yeah.
This thing is hurt. It's weak. Most of its legs are cut up. Some completely detached. Necrotic damage has broken off pieces. It's got bolt wounds. It's got fire wounds.
I'm going to try and not sneak around. I'm going to just try and start circling the thing, right? Just try and draw its attention to everywhere so it's not facing all three of us in the same direction.
Sure. Hieronymus is up. Hyro?
My friend, you're not coming.
Sorry, yep. Cockroach is going to do a flyby, so he's going to go, 1, 2, 3, 5. There's 20. He's going to blow fire at it.
Damage?
Incoming.
15 dex save, yeah.
Wow, 15 damage with a 15 dex.
It is going to pass this time, but it's going to take 7.
25, 30, 30, 40. Fly back to there. And then I am going to throw a firebolt at it.
Go for it.
A 21 to hit.
That hits?
There he is.
That's my boy.
12 damage.
12. Ooh. Barrack, you're up.
Well done, Hyro. Good to see you. Get in this. I will swing away.
If you fools will stay out of my way, I would have killed it by now.
An 18 to hit, Bobo.
That'll hit.
We got 6 slashing damage coming in hot, and 13, Bobo.
That does not hit. However, Nate, I don't know how it's possible. This thing's massive, but how do you kill this creature?
What?
Oh man, Yes, I run right under it, and I'm raising that Piper like to the sky, right through or right into its belly, and I'm gonna run.
Give him a gut shower.
You know what I mean? Get
Oh,
that
yeah.
neon weird blood shower.
Yeah. So you run your sword under the belly of this beast, and all the blood spills out onto the ground. Centipedes now start to scatter all over. They seem to lose their coordination and start to head towards the shadowy areas of the forests. And yeah, I mean, you're showered in this neon purple pink blood.
Hey, Karg, is that how you would have done it?
Karg
I'd have to
snaps.
stand on my tippy toes, but yeah, I like that.
And Karg, you snap
was
out of that. You snap out of that dream sequence. And everybody, Karg, your appearance looks a little different now. Maybe it's the devil ray sort of shape that you just kind of just formed back. You're not sure exactly what's caused it, but you look a little jaundiced. Your skin is like yellowy and just kind of has a weird feel to it. Like you can even see it in your hands and your face. It just has like almost like I feel like a leather mitt. Like you've been a smoker for 40 years.
Yeah. Interesting.
Karg, you're looking more handsome and refined.
Those are the camel cools.
He is the most interesting hobbit in the world.
Cools with a
Them
cat.
doctors.
So this battle is over. The creatures have been repelled, and this large husk of a centipede is now splat all over the road. What do you do?
Search entrails.
Yeah, you can search the entrails. Give me a, we'll say, medicine check. Nah, I would take investigation if you want.
Can I
I'm
help
looking
him
for
look?
evidence of
Yeah, I also want to help.
21.
Never mind.
He's got
Yeah, I mean the digestive juices have done a number on what's inside, but you can tell there's body parts, armor, pieces of armor, weapons, packs. It looks like the prey from the battle scene before.
Huh.
You don't find a red cape or plate mail armor, but you do find some bodies, pieces of
Do I
bodies.
find a scroll of haste?
No.
That's a weirdly specific thing to be expected. to
Oh,
find
I thought it
inside
was
his
in
sites.
What are the odds that
I'm only thinking about you guys. That's all.
3 of your
Xander
horses
is-
have died.
is Xander controlling this thing, or is it like operating separately from him, or like what is?
Are there any marks or markings or symbols or anything
No. Mm-mm.
on the outside of this thing, or
No. It looks.
just
I mean,
a natural beast?
it does
I mean,
look.
obviously it's weird, but
Yeah, exactly. It's a creature. It just you've never seen something like this.
okay.
Is there any way to roll a check for what Eric was looking for?
What was he looking for?
Is there any way to tell if what this thing's relationship is to Xander? Is he controlling it? Is it simply existing in the same world as him?
I mean, if you'd like
Like-
to make an insight check, you can. But I don't know that there's a
Yeah,
specific skill other than just trying to get a hunch.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get a hunch.
Um,
15 on insight.
I mean, you don't see any connection. You haven't witnessed anything. You haven't. I mean, you are a cleric yourself. I would say it's up to you to decide. But at this
It
point, you don't have
seems
any
unlikely
evidence. You don't have any evidence.
Bob, I want to take one of its like talons or something like that, or
Sure.
can I take something like that?
Sure.
Does it
Yeah.
do 3d10 damage like it was doing?
No.
No,
Dang.
it's not how it works.
All right, but I'm taking a big talon.
Okay.
I'd like to take the
this-
most dagger-sized mandible.
There we go.
None of these are weapons, so they're just going to be like improvised weapon for you.
Excellent.
They're not going to be worth actually using in your combat, but
It's more of a trophy.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You have
Mega
3
P.
horses left. How do you want to proceed here? Do you want to double up or?
Garg, hop on up, friend.
Oh, Hyro,
Right.
you can take someone else that's small.
Yeah, we're close. We need to. Eric can ride with me. We're close enough. I think we can double up.
Mohag'll saddle up with Hieronymus.
Nice.
All right.
High roll legs, Mohag.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Why
Just
wouldn't
can't
you?
not laugh at Mo.
If Hyro could grow a hair, he would grow a man bun like Mohag.
And in fact, Eric, why don't you drive and then I can shoot if we need to.
Happy to do that.
Okay.
Fair enough.
If it comes
Riding a
up,
shotgun on a horse.
Fair enough.
we'll be a little low-tech medieval technical vehicle.
So here's what happens, everybody. You ride the rest of the way. It's a quick journey now that you've, turned towards the north, and you approach the ravine of the Caves of Chaos. One you've now spent. It's been your second home in this campaign.
Good to be home.
And you could tell things are different almost immediately. It is daylight still. It's you left at 1, and the journey to going the speed you're taking, no more than 4 hours. So you are there probably by supper time, right, Karg? Just about supper time.
Yeah, I think supper time.
And you can see already things are strange. Okay, first off, you can see the ravine has been well traveled. There's hoof prints, and you can see that there's a pack of horses outside of the Medusa cave that you've seen before, up on the hill. You can see 6 or so horses, 7 or so horses up on the hill. You also see in the ravine bodies of various monstrous races. You see orc bodies, mostly, I would say. And you see that of some goblins and a couple of gnolls.
No kobolds, though.
No kobolds. No kobolds.
They know to keep their heads low.
Yeah.
Another follow-up question: as we're riding and the day goes on, does Karg appear less jaundicey, or does the pretty much the yellowish tint stay all day?
It stays all day, and you even see it when you when you really get a chance to look at him. Maybe you're riding at this point, but when you get a chance to really look at him, and I'd say Barrick, since you're closest, you really see this, but his eyes are yellow too, very jaundiced.
Karg, I don't mean tight over your life, but maybe cut back on the drinking. You're a little guy.
I don't do any drinking.
Is he actually slurring words?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's
That's
for
not
him
a
if
symptom. Okay.
Unless he just
That's
wants
just
to.
Karg. All right. That's fine with me if that's just Karg.
You're coming in a little light there, Nate. Maybe you moved your thing too far.
How about now?
Yeah, you sound good.
Oh,
So-
thanks, Bob.
So let's go to the other map here. I'm going to switch over a roll 20 here. All right, so you know this map. We now have identified all of them, right? And the Medusa Cave, the one up here to the farthest west, that one is got horses stabled right outside.
I bet he's using the altar.
Mm-hmm.
Should we go get our kobold friends and then do the stabby?
Well, if they don't help us win, they're gonna die. So we might as well go and get them.
You head up to the Kobold Cave?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have to get. Yeah.
You ride up to the Kobold Cave, and the entrance to the cave is clear. You head in like you've done now dozens of times, and Midu and a pack of kobolds are in the back room, that little resting area that you've been in. And Midu has like a spear. By the way, all the kobolds are wearing
No.
hair ties around their heads.
Don't
like
do it, Bob. Not like
little-
this.
Little bandanas. And Midu's holding a spear, and he's like, "Who's that? Stay back, Midu. Stay back."
Midu, friend.
Oh,
It is-
It's us, bud.
oh, you guys.
Hey, friend.
What are you doing back here?
Karg really wanted to see you.
Yeah, man, I missed you. Oh my god, the hair's coming in great. I mean, wait, but we can talk about that another time. There's that bad guy we talked about. He's here to hurt you.
We all were watching from our safety of our cave. The orcs,
What-
they tried to attack him. He came in with horses.
What happened to the orcs?
They all died.
Was it?
Oh?
The ones that came out. Others retreated back to their cave.
Well, I think we can kill them if we can get your help. Everybody's help.
I don't know if we can get all our helps. And he looks back to all the kobolds, and they're like cowering in fear.
What about if you guys just attacked from far away? With all those bows we got you, your pack tactics are pretty good.
Or even create a distraction.
What do you have in mind?
Oh, we hadn't planned anything yet, per usual. I'm just trying to see if you're on board, friend.
He looks at all the kobolds, and they give him like a really uncertain look, but he'll look at you and say, as king of the kobolds, we'll do what we must. Just
Indeed, friend.
tell us what to do and how to stay safe.
We will figure that out next time, probably.
On Tabletop.
Should we even bother with the orcs?
Yeah. No, I don't
doesn't
think
seem
so.
Yeah.
It was just the red cape fellow and his 6 mates or so that took out all the orcs.
You can see outside the cave, there's like maybe, I don't know, 20 or so orc bodies on the floor.
20?
Yeah. Mhm. Just
Oh.
littering the ravine. Yeah.
Midu, can you describe in more detail what happened?
Could you describe the ruckus?
They,
I mean, like, did the man in the red cape seem to get injured at all?
they came,
Or
And
did
they
any
were
of his men?
they were going on their horses, and they went right to that cave over there, the one that no one goes in. And as they were going through, some of the orcs, sentries, they saw them. They sounded the alarm. A few of them came out. Some gnolls came out. And they took them all.
Did you
it
see
was-
any magic?
I didn't notice any magic, but I mean, there must have been something, because that one with the red cape and the woman with the long sword, they just carved him up.
The woman with the long sword, did she look pretty injured? And can I describe what she was wearing, if I remember? The Castellan?
Yeah, that was her. I think so. And then there was that guy that you were with.
Which guy
mean-
were you with?
The one that
guy-
came,
Alexander.
The last night we were here?
yeah, that one. The one that was all
Aspen
bloodied.
Bar.
Yeah, that one.
Ah. Was he walking with them? Did he seem to be a prisoner of theirs, or was he walking with them,
He was ripping orcs to
Really?
pieces.
okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I think we found out that he tricked us. I don't think we like that guy anymore. You do.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were other people. I couldn't tell who they all were, but they were pretty fierce.
Gotcha.
What do you want us to do?
Do you have any instruments?
Is that a
Instrument.
banjo?
Give me
We're gonna
a.
have a dance off.
I'll say if you roll a on a d6, Nate, if you roll a 5 or a 6, they'll have an instrument.
Alright. Nope.
No. Wah, wah.
He's like, of course I do. And he takes out like a stick, like a Y-shaped stick.
It's fantastic. I turn to the group, guys. Any other ideas?
Let's just get them to support us with their bows. They're not going to do anything else, but their pack tactics are strong. They can help us a little.
All
The
right.
more bodies, the better we are.
They all get advantage on if we do it right.
You can get
Especially
Midu.
if,
Yeah, you can get
Xander's
Midu
passed some
and
people.
I would say Midu and a d6 warriors will come with you.
Someone else roll it.
I cannot roll it. I've had the worst rolls today.
On it.
Feeling
Ah! Sorry.
Midu and 2 brave warriors will
Not a one.
volunteer.
All right then.
Excellent.
We'll explain that they don't have to expose themselves to danger, but stay in the back and shoot
Stay
their
in
bows.
the trees and shoot.
Perfect.
They'll gather their bows and
They're
short
fighting
swords.
for their lives, the lives of their tribe.
They'll wear the hair ties like bandanas, Rambo style.
Excellent.
Nice.
All right
Alright.
then.
But so we have to figure out at least a short rest will get me back my fireball.
Yeah, I would need I wouldn't mind a short rest either.
Well, during this whole conversation, you can rest and start to heal your wounds, and we'll continue from here.
Excellent.
All right, so you take your 15 minutes, you take your short rest, roll your hit dice, or do anything else you'd like to prepare. But the kobolds get their things, and you're ready to head out to the Medusa Cave.
So,
Nothing else
Yeah.
to do. I'll do.
What else to do?
I don't see why not.
All right, so
use them up, kids.
you travel through to the Medusa Cave. Little tumbleweed rolls past.
Oh, before we get there though,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
gosh, I can't wait to kill Xander. That's all I'm saying.
Gonna be great.
Let's do this. And you all get 8 temporary hit
I'm
points.
inspired by
I'm
that.
not even gonna try.
Bob, I still don't get it, right? Doesn't work?
You still don't get it. Mm-mm. No.
Well, Mohag does, and Midu does.
Midu, okay, yeah,
All
Midu's good.
right,
Yeah,
I like
all right,
that.
all right. I like it a
If we
lot.
Got the extra person?
I like it a
Yeah.
lot. So you head to the Medusa Cave. I need to switch our roll 20 one last time here.
Oh my goodness.
Let me just make sure nothing is wrong before I do it. But you're heading towards the Medusa Cave, and you get to the entrance. And as I described before, it's a worn path that kind of goes right through this cave. More worn now. There's also horses saddled up right to the side of the entrance. They pay you no mind as you come by. The corridor, right, it was smooth and polished, right? That's what you saw when you came in. It was different than a lot of the other caverns you've been in. And you can hear sounds coming from within, voices even coming from within. Recognizable voices, too. That of Xander speaking. Inaudible to, or you can't really make out what he's saying, but you hear his voice without a doubt. It's his voice.
Is he talking or orating or chanting? I mean, can we get from the rhythm?
No chanting. It looks like talking.
Okay.
Yeah, if you were to guess. I'm going to move us to our Roll20 screen. Let's just do this real quick. All right. All right. There you are.
Wait.
You see
Are we like
yourselves?
about to fight him right now? Like I'm just.
You see yourselves?
Yes.
Okay. Move your tokens so you know that you can move them. Okay. Good, good, good. All right.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah,
I
move your
only
tokens.
see Mohag. I don't see me.
Don't see you?
I didn't.
Ah.
I'm zooming in.
Got
and
me.
out.
Here's the.
All right. Maybe I'll move another one in there for you, Skeggy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I can see Mohag's token, but not my own.
That's because Mohag is accessible to everybody, I think. That's why.
Yeah.
What about now?
Okay, now some stuff showed up.
Okay. Move your token just so you know. I know you can move yourself.
I gotta zoom into the right part of the map.
Okay. All right. Move your tokens down. The last time you were in this cave, you encountered
wanna be in
zombies
front.
and skeletons, things like that. And the Medusa, of course. You go south down the corridor. Again, this smooth, hewn wall leads downward, further south into this mountain. You even get to the point where you can see Sasori's statue. You've kind of hidden it amongst the rubble, but for Barrick, Hieronymus, and Eric, you know exactly where it's been placed, and it's right here. You saw my ping, right, where Sasori's body is?
Bob, they're not seeing the map at home.
Oh, they're not? Oh, did I take it off?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
whoops.
still on the
Sorry,
we're still
everybody.
on the group screen.
Apologies.
Ah, man.
There we go.
We'll fix it in post.
There you
I
go.
touch my hand to my heart, head, and then point up to the sky. Hope you're with Hyperius, sorry.
Hey, who's that really handsome statue guy? He looks pretty strong.
Are you
One of the
acting
best of us.
stealthily or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely, as we get closer and like the voices become more clear, stealthy is the way to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
No need to roll. Let's not roll here. Let's just get it to this spot.
Yes, I agree, Bob.
You walk cautiously, carefully, and saunter down to Skeggy's body. Or Skeggy. Jeez, I keep saying Skeggy.
Wait a
Sasori's
minute.
body.
I don't want to hear about Skeggy's body.
To
I'm still
Sasori's
using
body.
Skeggy's body.
And from about here, where you're at Sasori's body, you can see You can see the tokens. They're probably on the map, but you see figures standing about. These are the adventuring type people that you saw at the keep. They're they're wearing adventurers' clothes, armor, weapons, things like that. They look rather beat up. They look like they've been in a fight, clearly. And you hear the sound of Xander Cartwright's voice from below, beyond them. Yeah, you can move your tokens if you want to get a glimpse here. Yeah. You see Xander. You see him standing at the altar, and he's talking to the Castellan, and he's also talking to Afton Bar.
That
Okay.
son of a bitch.
As Afton Bar?
It looks like Afton Bar. There is a young, I guess it's like 15 or 16-year-old boy with him.
In addition to Afton Bar, there's a 15 or 16-year-old boy?
Yeah, and it I mean, you didn't meet Alan, but he looks an awful lot like Ed, and he is, just like an older version, maybe darker hair, darker features, but very similar facial structure, kind of like the high cheekbones that Edgar had, and you could tell that they're related. That definitely they have that same family look. And Afton Bar is there. He's changed clothes. He's not in bloody, beaten-up clothes. He looks much more proper. He has probably what his token would have there, like some sort of a overcoat over his collared shirt, and he's got a little scarf tied on there. His salt and pepper gray hair, perfectly coiffed.
I think I hate this guy too.
I'm just confused now. I had decided that Afton was Alan.
Well,
In
lots
in
of
shape
stuff
form,
going on
shape-shifted
here.
form.
Lots of stuff going on here. Xander
Maybe
is
less than
talking.
we thought.
Xander is talking to both Castellan Ferric and Afton, and he's standing there, full plate armor, cape, helm, and he's looking to the two of them and holding a glowing red crystal in his hand. And he walks up to the altar, and he says, "This is the time. This is the time where we meet our destiny. Are you excited?" He looks to the Castellan. Then she looks like you could probably see only the expression from the back of her head, but she doesn't. She kind of looks down. Doesn't have that like optimistic affect. She'll take a little even step back from the altar as he steps forward. Afton, though, seems extremely interested in what's going on, and he'll take another step forward, and he'll kind of grab the arm of Alan and shove him forward, too. What do you do?
Watch.
I'm gonna cast Fireball.
I cast Bless on Karg, Eric. Wait. Yeah, I'm going to cast that, but I'll figure out who.
If we're going to see if we can actually sneak, we're going to have to do if you want to try and attack, you're getting close enough to get a shot and attack, probably have to do a stealth check. Otherwise, they might be alerted to your presence. So let's do it. Group stealth check here.
I mean, Fireball's got some distance.
Yeah, I know. But if you want to stay where you are to see what's going on, you'd have to take a stealth check. I didn't want to do it before because I just wanted to keep moving along, but if you're going to attack, we'll have to do it.
Target's a nat 20.
It's a group check, too, so it doesn't matter if one of you fails. It's going to be if a majority of you pass.
That's good. Hope you all do really well.
A 10.
Mohag gets a 9.
Yikes.
Karg
11.
and Skeggy are holding it together for us.
So Karg and Skeggy got a pretty high roll, but then everybody else looks like a kind of 8, 8, 9, 10.
A 10 is like solid for this guy.
So yeah, Hieronymus, you want to get into sight, so, or you start to take out your materials and casting your spell, and it's going to alert the presence of, at the very least, the Castellan. She's got pretty good senses, and so does Afton. So Afton is going to like sniff the air. We're not alone. He looks around and searches, and Hieronymus, you're starting to get your spell prepared. They're all ready for it. It's at this point that we're going to see you next week.
Come on.
For what might be a big combat here. We'll see. Skeggy's body. Jeez, Sasori's body
Boy.
This
Might
feels
have-
like foreshadowing.
might have
Sasori.
front row seats to this combat. We'll see.
Whew. Wow, how that works well.
Poetic.
Poetic, thank you.
Okay, so everyone, I think we have the penultimate episode coming up.
Oh shit.
So it looks like we're going to be at 52 episodes. Whether we do that 52nd episode at some point on a different day, we'll let you know. The best way to keep track of that is to follow on Discord. I think that's probably the best. I usually post updates there. I mean, Instagram and Facebook are all great too. I usually post before I go live and stuff like that. But if you want to know the ahead of time, the deal that we got going here, go to Discord. Make sure you're in the Discord. If you haven't liked this video, do it. You don't want to miss the last one. Hit the notification bell. I know that a lot of people say the notification bell, but if you don't want to miss anything, you can set your settings so that you get a notification. I put these videos live for the lives ahead of time, so you can like go in and set a reminder if we end up changing the scheduled time. But we'll figure that out and announce when the finale will be next week. Oh boy, it's getting tense, isn't it?
Yep.
It's getting tense. I have a feeling we're going to have a level up before this, right? I think that's going to be enough experience, I would think, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Jeff and John, you said you only were a few hundred away?
Yeah, pretty darn close.
I don't know about the rest of you. I think, Nate, you and Chris were in the lead with getting to possibly 6th level. I don't know. That I can't speak to, but John and Jeff, I think, were probably there. So we'll update everybody after, when we get to the next episode, once we figure out who leveled and what. Anything left from you all to say, or
Thanks everyone.
no?
I cannot wait to kill Xander.
The time
Stay
has
here,
come.
yeah. You'll see it happen with us.
Yeah. I might not make it, but neither will he.
I don't want to have 2 characters on the same map, Ted.
Keep your characters, keep your comments going on who's going to die first. I'd love to know.
Oh yeah, we have to get a pool going on that.
Poor
Eric
Eric.
sees he's being talked about and loves it.
Poor Eric.
I like proving them wrong every time. Eric never
Yeah.
dies.
Right.
All right, everybody. We'll see you soon. See you on the tabletop.
See you, folks.